As educators, our job is to ensure the best possible learning experiences for the children in our care. As we move through 2014, it's becoming apparent that the learning spaces available to children are the tools that will enhance their learning. These environments move away from a teacher-centred model to place teacher and students at the centre of the educational process. These flexible spaces of contemporary school need to be open and adaptable, include a range of areas suitable for collaborative learning, small group work and support services. They need to be connected to the external environments, be ICT and resource rich. Let's look at the 5 learning spaces. The first one being the classroom learning space. This is the plan of the classroom I designed last year in stage 2. You'll see where the bookshelves are and the doors opened. That was the Year 3 room next door. We're basically one big classroom where we did lots of stage teaching and the children could often move between classrooms. As a staff, we re-evaluated our pedagogical approach to teaching and learning. We looked at how our school design could best meet the challenges of the 21st century learning. We conceptualised how, when, where and why best learning occurs and moved away from the teacher-centred model to place teachers and students at the centre of the educational process. This is about flexible learning spaces that fostered learner and teacher engagement, looking at I Learn skills, which were focused on collaboration and communication skills, critical thinking and problem-solving skills, multimodal literacy skills and creative thinking. The children were heavily involved throughout the process and the design brief, which increased their sense of ownership. Fabrics, textures, shapes, all were important. We focused on the individual spaces, group spaces, furniture that had a purpose and flexible learning spaces. The advantages of re-evaluating learning as a teacher and for the students are amazing. The second learning space we'll be looking at is beyond the classroom. 4 walls doesn't make a learning space. Beyond the classroom can mean a trip to a museum, a walk to a park or an overnight camp or even a ferry ride. The purpose of these is to provide knowledge in a setting where it transcends better than in the classroom. Learning moves from the room and is placed somewhere else. The space works as an enhancer of the curriculum, allowing the children to see, touch, taste, hear and smell. They can ask questions from experts and use knowledge already learnt to be further extended in a rich learning experience. They allow team building to occur, bringing the children closer together, and even a co-op happens. The planning for these activities can be tedious. However, when children are involved in the organisation, this too can be a learning tool. I love the sense of group that happens in this space. We're a community in that we have the same explicit interests, and we are on a journey together. Learning space is the electronic space. This learning space informs everything we do. The use of Web 2 technology adds an extra dimension to the children's learning and to the curriculum. Technology could be used to supplement the classroom curriculum but should not be used as the sole source of learning. It can be overused and it can be used as a babysitter, but it allows globalisation to occur and means research is up to date. For applications that allow for collaboration and exploration, questions arise such as how the teacher can guide the student on its use. How can it be incorporated into a community of practice? I think we as teachers need to take responsibility for learning how new technology works. A space with all the newest technology under the sun means absolutely nothing if we aren't accessing it so that it becomes the best educational learning tool possible for the children in our care. The fourth learning space is the individual learning space. Every single person learns differently. Everyone has a unique way, place and method of learning, so individuality, personality and personal preferences greatly impact our own learning spaces. Providing physical space and comfort for independent work opportunities is an important learning space for a child in a school context. In my previous Stage 2 classroom, the children could work in different areas, on tables, on the floor, whatever suited their learning style. 21st century learning encourages the use of a variety of teaching methods to meet the individual needs of the child. The fifth learning space, and the final learning space we'll be looking at, is the group learning space. No one learning space is better. The cognitive benefits of peer interaction suggest that each space is valuable, and the technique used should depend on the class members, the task, resources and the teacher's competence in structuring the task. Group interaction builds a greater understanding than what each student could build individually, and the social interactions lead to the enhancement of socialisation skills. Group members may provide models of language and thinking and share their skills in research and computers. Students enjoy working in groups, and it allows them to expand their social network and accept diversity. The Australian curriculum has meant that as a country we're all beginning to work as a team in a group learning space to make sure that the children in our care are achieving to the best of their abilities in every state and territory. Learning spaces allow children to have the best learning possible.